Hello, good afternoon, everyone. This is a fight for freedom. The fundamental freedom to make decisions about one's own body and not have their government tell them what they're supposed to do. Across our nation, we witness a full-on assault, state by state, on reproductive freedom. And understand who is to blame. Former President Donald Trump did this. Donald Trump handpicked 3 members of the United States Supreme Court because he intended for them to overturn Roe. And as he intended, they did. Now, many of you here may recall, I served on the Judiciary Committee as a United States Senator. And I questioned 2 of those nominees. To one of them I asked, quote, I will quote myself, can you think of any laws that give the government the power to make decisions about the male body? And it will come as no shock to everyone here, he had no good answer. We all knew what was about to come. And it happened just as Donald Trump intended. Because of Donald Trump, more than 20 states have abortion bans. More than 20 Trump abortion bans. And today, this very day, at the stroke of midnight, another Trump abortion ban went into effect here in Florida. As of this morning, 4 million women in this state woke up with fewer reproductive freedoms than they had last night. This is the new reality under a Trump abortion ban. Starting this morning, medical professionals like Dr. Tien could be sent to prison for up to 5 years for providing reproductive care even earlier in pregnancy. Reality under a Trump abortion ban. Starting this morning, women in Florida became subject to an abortion ban so extreme it applies before many women even know they are pregnant, which, by the way, tells us the extremists who wrote this ban either don't know how a woman's body works or they simply don't care. Trump says he wants to leave abortion up to the states, he says. Up to the states. All right, so here's how that works out. Today, 1 in 3 women of reproductive age live in a state with a Trump abortion ban, many with no exception for rape or incest. So the idea that someone who survives a crime of violence to their body, a violation of their body, would not have the authority to make a decision about what happens to their body next, that's immoral. And one does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree. The government should not be telling her what to do. And let us understand the impact of these bans, the horrific reality that women face every single day. Now, I'm proud to be the first president or vice president in history to visit a reproductive health clinic. But around our country, since that decision came down, clinics have been forced to close. And I have seen firsthand, then, that this truly is a healthcare crisis. And Donald Trump is the architect. And by the way, that is not a fact he hides. In fact, he brags about it. He has said the collection of abortion bans in the state is, quote, working the way it's supposed to. Just this week in an interview, he said, states have the right to monitor pregnant women to enforce these bans. And states have the right to punish pregnant women for seeking out abortion care. So Florida, the contrast in this election could not be more clear. Basically, under Donald Trump, it would be fair game for women to be monitored and punished by the government, whereas Joe Biden and I have a different view. We believe the government should never come between a woman and her doctor. And as much harm as he has already caused, a second Trump term would be even worse. Donald Trump's friends in the United States Congress are trying to pass a national ban. And understand, a national ban would outlaw abortion in every single state, even in states like New York and California. And now Trump wants us to believe he will not sign a national ban. Well, I say enough with the gaslighting. Enough with the gaslighting. Because we all know if Donald Trump gets the chance, he will sign a national abortion ban. And how do we know? Well, let's take a look at the evidence and follow the facts. Maybe as a former prosecutor, I like to say we should really look at the evidence and follow the facts. Okay, Congress tried to pass a national abortion ban in 2017. And the then President Trump endorsed it, 2017, and promised to sign it if it got to his desk. And in that same interview he gave this week, he seemed perfectly fine signing a national ban that would make it illegal to receive IVF treatment. Well, the great Maya Angelou once said, when someone tells you who they are, believe them the first time. And Donald Trump has told us who he is. So here's what a second Trump term looks like. More bans, more suffering, less freedom. And this November, up and down the ballot, reproductive freedom is on the ballot. And you, the leaders, you, the people, have the power to protect it with your vote. Donald Trump may think he can take Florida for granted. It is your power that will send Joe Biden and me back to the White House. Donald Trump was the president who took away the protections of Roe. Joe Biden will be the president who puts the protections of Roe back in place.